Friends will come and go, but you
never left me alone.
This is one thing I know. You
never left me alone.
Times get tough, times get thin, but you
never left me alone.
My friends walk out, but you step right in, 'cause you
never left me alone.
Yeah, no, no, no.
No, 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 never.
Ooh.
No, 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 never.
No, no,
No, no, no, never.
oh, no.
No, 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 never.
No, no, no.
No, 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 never.
I just feel it right there.
No, 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 never.
Oh, no, no,
No,
no.
no, no, never.
No, 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 no. There's never been a time
No, 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 never.
that you left me by myself.
No, no, never.
There's never been an hour that you haven't been right there.
No, 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 never.
You never left me.
Never left me alone.
I felt sin breaker,
I felt some breakers that
trying to conquer my soul.
trying to conquer my soul. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, but you never let me
No,
go.
no, no, never.
Oh, my, my,
No,
my.
no, no, never.
You never left me.
No, 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 never.
Oh, Lord.
No, 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 never.
The devil tried to tell me
No, no, never.
that you had left me,
No, 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 never.
but you showed up.
No, 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 never.
You showed up.
No, 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 never.
Even when I was wrong.
No, 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 never.
You threw your arms around. And I'm not ashamed to tell.
No, no, never.
To tell everybody I know.
No, 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 never.
No, no, no.
No, 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 never.
Never left
No,
me.
no, no, never.
There's never been a
No, no,
time.
never.
There's never been a
No, no, no,
time
never.
that you ever left me by myself.
Never.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, 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 never.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Never. No, 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 no. No, no. You never left me. You never left me. You never left me. God, you never. You never left me. No, 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 never. Grab your Bibles, please. I'm stuck. No, no, never.
How many know God will never, ever, ever leave you alone? What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to this Monday edition. Is it Monday? It is Monday, right? Monday edition of the St. James Show. I am your host. I'm your prelate for the day. I am him. I am St. James. Oh, yes, I am. Will you do me a great big favor? As I always ask you to do, if you're not a subscriber of the St. James Show, will you please hit that subscribe button for me? Hit the subscribe button and also hit the thumbs up button on this video, and then turn on that bell turn on that notification bell so you know each and every time we are live, which you never know when we'll pop in. Share right now on all your social media apps for me. Let everybody know we are here. Join us on Patreon and YouTube, members only, for exclusive content and exclusive chats. And throughout the day, rather, if you would like to donate, $ the St. James Show. It's always good to throw a $5 latte at St. James. Say, listen here, I'm going to buy it for him. I'm going to buy his drink for the week. And we're going to make that happen. So $ the St. James Show if you do feel led. And of course, we always love you to put a color on it. Put a color on it in the chat and help us reach our chat goal. Make sure our members, you can always show off how long you've been members of our YouTube by using the member chat as well. So don't forget to do that. All right. Who do we have in the virtual sanctuary on today? Sean Talks. Sean Talks. You did a good video. I enjoyed your video the other day, yesterday or so, or what have you. I was doing some things and listening to you. And thank you for the kind words. And if you're not a subscriber of Sean Talk Show, make sure you get over there and hit her up. People were complaining, where are the female bloggers? Where are they at? Where are they at? Well, there's one right there. All right. So you want to make sure that you go over there to her channel and subscribe as well. And look we have another one here, the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Beautiful female woman that it loves the Lord and does great commentary. Make sure you go over there as well and check out the Juice Radio and Talk Show with Pastor Regina. Go right over there and she will get you right. She had a wonderful inspiration today, talking about created in me a pure, clean heart, oh God. She talked about that this morning. So I want y'all make sure that you're over there and supporting our great female commentators and bloggers. We also have Miss Cruiser. She's Cruiser, she be doing all kind of stuff with her pages. Just find Miss Cruiser. If she gets in here, one of the mods will find her page and we'll figure out which one it is so we can support her as well. Miss Candace, thank you for being a member. Thank you for coming on in here. Miss Nicole is here. I don't have my thing on Do Not Disturb. I don't want to see all those things popping up. What's up, Kimberly Leday? Thank you for joining us on today. Who else? We have Chantel, member Chantel. Thank you so much. Pray Era is in the building. I am Courtney is here. Thank you for coming on through. I know some of you guys, a lot of you guys are working, so thank you for coming on in and listening. Hopefully you turn it down a little bit. Turn it down. What's up, Londa? Thank you for being a member. Thank you for supporting right here. All right, Marcus is here. Let's see. Some other folks is here. Joseph, at them love. Thank you. Let's see. Kitten Hills done tiptoed in here with them Kitten Hills. Pray Era done came in. Tamara Williams, good to see you as well. Chantel, let's see. Erica is in the building. What's up, Erica? Thank you for being a member. What's up, Jay? Jay Hunter is here on today. I think I mentioned Nicole Setta Moore. Good to see you as well. Sean Nathan was the first one up in here today. I know, the timings was off. It's something that went on with StreamYard. The time on StreamYard knocked it to like something in the morning. Then I went on Facebook and it had it for tomorrow at 6:40 a.m. I don't know. It was weird, but as soon as you press live, you're live. That's generally how it is. When you press live, you're live. But it was definitely a StreamYard thing that was knocking those times off. So we are here now. Did you hit that like button for me? Please, everybody, make sure. Don't just come into the sanctuary, but if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We do ask you to share right now. Listen, we have a conversation to talk. We have something to talk about on today. Listen, my title of my commentary is Marvin Winans, Just Stop It. Marvin Winans just won't stop, rather. That's what it is. Marvin Winans just won't stop. Listen, on yesterday, well, we'll get into that in a minute. Before we get too deep into that, we want to wish a happy third anniversary to Pastor Charles Blake II and First Lady Deandra Blake as they're celebrating 3 years of pastoralship at the world-renowned, the wonderful West Angeles Church of God in Christ. And listen, we are just so happy that they are there. I think he's doing a great job. I really do. So let's hear from the presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ.
God bless, and what a joy it is for me to celebrate with the one and only Pastor Charles E. Blake Jr. and First Lady Deandra Blake. You all are blessed. I love you all with the love of the Lord. It is my joy to extend to you a happy anniversary, your third pastoral anniversary. You're a blessing to the body of Christ, and what a joy it is to follow in the footsteps of one of the greatest men that God has ever let live on this earth, and that is presiding Bishop Emeritus Charles E. Blake Sr. And we thank God for you, Bishop Blake, allowing your son to continue this legacy. A great shout out to Lady May Blake, and remember that Lady Karen Clark-Sheard and I love you all so much, and we pray for you on a regular basis. Pastor, remember that God is blessing you and he has entrusted you with this great work. Remember, we have unfinished business. I love you with the love of the Lord.
And congratulations again. That is coming from the presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ, where they're about to be in convocation pretty soon. But congratulations to, and they had quite a few people, quite a few bishops and things calling in to support Pastor Blake on yesterday. So I'm sure he felt good that they had Nathaniel Green, Bishop. What's the bishop out there in Memphis? He's the one they say gonna swoop on everybody. I forget his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The tall guy. Lady Blake is so beautiful. She really is. Yes, she really is. And it's like he got like a younger. I'm just gonna say a younger May Blake. It really is. I don't know. I haven't had personal conversations with them, but she reminds me of May Blake. She really does. She really does. So we are wishing them a happy anniversary. Listen, what else was happening yesterday? Before we get into this Marvin Winans stuff, I think that's about all I kind of wanted to bring to light. Let me see, because I did some church hopping, but not a lot. I got stuck on Marvin. I got stuck. I got stuck with the sacrificial giving. That's what I got stuck on. You know what? I just thought about something. Let me pull something up as well. So I will have that ready. Have you guys hit the like button for me? Please hit that like button. I know this is not a time where we're usually on, so people will catch the replay. They're probably going to say, what in the world was St. James doing on at this time? But it is what it is. I am on. Okay. I want videos. That's what I want. Okay. All right. Let's make sure I have that handy. Well, yesterday I was, just scrolling through, and I remembered that yesterday, as we talked about, it was the sacrificial giving or what have you for Marvin Winans, for Perfecting Church. Now, we know that they have been building a church, another church building for over 20-something years. And, they've been threatened by, just a little background, as usual, they've been threatened by the city. They've been threatened by, they've been sued. They actually been sued by contractors in all of this because of this building. Now they are on a track to everyone type 194. 194. Can you type that in the chat for me? 194 days. Nicole, it's 194. Yesterday it was 195. So today it is 194 days before they are supposed to be walking into the new building of Perfecting Church. Not 194, Shelby, 194 ish. You said 194 ish. Yeah, you got to put an ish around that. So they're supposed to be finally walking into the building. What I have peeped out, though, it is just my observation. It seems like every couple of months, every few months, and I think when their loans are due, they have a sacrificial giving period. It's $1,000, you know, $500 or $1,000. Usually now it's been $1,000. This particular one was $1,000 plus one. They wanted Pastor Winans wanted the congregation to bring $1,000 each, and also asked a friend or family or co-worker or whoever else to be your plus one to get another 1,000. So you were to bring at least 2,000 into the storehouse for this building project that has been going on and on and on and on. Listen, I visited Perfecting Church in Detroit. I showed you guys the footage of it and what was going on. And listen, hold on, no, not that one. Do I want that one? No, we don't want that one. Let's get another one. Let me grab one of the videos and the footage so I can show you what's going on over there. I think it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. So what happened was back in, let me go back because that's important. I'll read that. That's what I want. It should take you back right to where you were, but YouTube just doesn't. So they got a loan towards the end of last year for another $11 million. They had spent already $11 million or so. And then it was reported to me that there was another loan taken out towards the end of last year of $21 million, around there, $21 million to complete this project. So I was in Detroit about a year ago on the Lord's Day. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's Day, and He touched me. Let's look at this. I was in Detroit, so I said, let me go around there to the new church location and check out and see what's going on at the building. So as you can see right here is the sign what the church is supposed to look like. That's the sign what the church is supposed to look like. So I was there in Detroit, and let me make sure this is. And I started to walk around the building.
Well, here we are, saints. The new location of the Perfecting Church of Detroit. Isn't that edifice beautiful? Beautiful edifice.
That is what it's supposed to look like. And we're just going to speed this up a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to speed even my talking up a little bit. And so we can.
Oh, let's go a little deeper into what we have here. This is the whole entire plethora. Excuse me.
Hold on, y'all.
Out here, cars. I'm on location.
I'm at his house. Excuse the internet, y'all. It's tripping.
Well, this is perfecting. Ooh.
I don't know. It's StreamYard is horrible today, y'all. StreamYard is really bad today.
As it's been sitting for over 20 years.
I think we get the picture. StreamYard is not going to let me be great today. Let me try to speed up a little bit and see if that will work. Let's see.
Unnecessary, but beautiful. Oh, wow. It's just sitting right here on the corner of 7th, 7 Mile and Woodward. Right on the
Somebody said this is like Dr. Umar's school. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, yeah. And Sean Talks actually drove by there the other day, and we had a video that we showed on a previous live this week. And if you go back and see it, but there was actually, I would pull it up in it, but there's nothing to see. There's actually nothing to see. So it's the same old stuff. There's nothing really being done. They move around a few dirt piles or whatever. That's what it seems like. There's nothing being done. There's not a lot of movement from people who are there. They say they don't see many cars or any workers or anything going over there. But yet and still, they're still collecting money for the project. The building project that never, ever, ever ends. We know that we have been having some issues with money in churches and viral things that have happened. So people are kind of on alert as to these churches who are just kind of seeming to not really being good stewards over money and to keep asking people in the times that we live in. Listen here, everybody. I am currently experiencing a government shutdown myself. The government is closed. I'm a federal worker. So there's a lot of things that are not open right now surrounding government, and the employees are furloughed. Not only is the government closed, everybody, so that's affecting the economy. It's affecting people's pockets. This isn't the time where you ask people to do sacrificial giving. And this is my opinion, y'all. Y'all can take it or leave it, and you have your opinion. I'll drop the link, and if you want to come up, and if there's any, members of Perfecting, you don't have to turn on your camera, because, I don't want you to get in trouble. But you can express your feelings, whether it be for or against what I'm saying, okay? But we are currently in a government shutdown, and this is what's going on in churches, asking people to bring $2,000 and then to bring all this stuff. Listen, they're fighting over being able to give SNAP benefits, food stamps to people. They had started about cutting them off this month. But for the month of November, maybe I believe a judge has stepped in now and said, well, let's not cut them off. But we don't know what's going to happen. In my opinion, people need to keep some money close to the vest so they won't be caught by surprise, So these are real things that are going on in our world. But we have our churches who are just, really putting the squeeze in my opinion, on their parishioners. Do you remember this squeeze that happened just not too long ago with Marvin?
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
So we had Marvin Winans, and that created a great controversy. It got to TMZ, it got to the Neighborhood Talk, it got to the Shade Room, it got to a lot of the premium, most viewed blogging platforms. So, there was a lot of stuff going back. Well, he didn't mean it like that. But it's just the very idea that we are in a time that we are in, and people feel that this is the time to just empty out your savings, get into your 401ks, and give to the church. And we all know that we all should give. I believe you should give. You should give out of the abundance of your heart. You should be a cheerful giver. But I don't think you should be pressured or looked upon a certain way if you don't give. And I want you to know something. I don't know if you noticed, but yesterday, well, let's go back. Let's go back for a minute. I was watching Perfecting Church on yesterday, and I knew that, like I said, I knew the sacrificial giving time was upon us, and they were coming. He gave some Bishop-elect Winans gave some instruction on who would be in the line first. He talked about, I think he did maybe the ministers first. I think he did maybe the deacons or the leadership or something like that second. And then he went on into, if you have 100, if you have 1,000 plus one, then line up. If you have 1,000 plus one, then line up. Let's hear what he said. So we heard what he said. Let's hear what he said.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you are here and you are giving 1,000 plus one, at least, you join me now in the center aisle. I'm coming back to those that are just giving 1,000. But if you're coming with a seed of 1,000 plus one, wherever you are, I need you to join me in this center aisle.
So listen, it was clear. It was clear to most. It was clear to most. But of course, you have people in the churches that kind of hear what they hear. They're not focused in, or they're doing something else, and they're not too clear on what the instructions were. But still, they had money. So during this process of the 1,001, this is what happened.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
That was Sister Roberta. Now, we're going to see it a couple more times, but we're not going to be ignorant to think that, this stuff doesn't happen in the Black church. Banter, that type of thing. It happens. Not saying it should, but it just happens. Now, in my opinion, when I posted that clip, I'm the first one who posted the clip. First, I posted it early in the morning in my Patreon. And Jesse is in my Patreon. He's another content creator. And he said, hey, I want to post this on my threads. I said, yeah, go ahead and post it on your threads. I said, and at that time I said, you know what? If he's going to post it on the thread, let me go ahead and just post it, make it public now. So I did post it. I posted it on YouTube. I posted it on St. James TikTok. And I also posted on the St. James Show Instagram. And listen, between Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, it's already at 500,000 views. 500,000 views. So that shows you that, and a lot of people were like, oh, you took it out of context. No, it's not really about taking anything out of context. We understood what was going on. I understood what was going on, but I'm still, my opinion on it. Before I give my opinion, let's see it one more time. Hit that like button for me, everybody.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. if you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
You know, my mother called me and she was just disgusted about it. She wanted to see if there was maybe AI or something, you know. I said, no, that's it, because, you know, it kind of, I guess it kind of triggered my mother because, you know, we grew up in that kind of stuff where regardless if you don't have food at your house, you need to sacrifice so God can get you some food in your house. You need to sow the seed so your food can grow. You know, that's the kind of stuff we grew up in. So my mother was really triggered. And then, you know, to see the young man that, you know, Roberta had dressed up, probably her grandson or something like that, teaching him how to give, which is great. But I think Pastor Winans should have just, and someone said it in the chat, and I had to totally agree. I had to put my opinion. I had to totally agree. He should have accepted it, said thank you, and then reiterated to the line instead of really kind of embarrassing. And then she says, well, I'm going to, you know, get the other 800. Lady, it is about to be the holidays. Money is tight. We are in a government shutdown. Don't pressure yourself to try to get this other $800. What do you guys just saying? Instead of blessing her and her son for the investment. Yeah. You know what? And a lot of you have the sentiments of my heart. Well, Pastor Winans, let me go ahead and get my money back, and thank you very much. And I would have just walked out the door. I would have just walked out the door and be like, okay, thank you. Yeah, you don't need this. I'll see y'all later. And remember, everybody, this is for a church that has been building. This is for a project that has been in the works for over 20-something years. I believe almost 25 years that this building that they're collecting this money for. And there ain't nobody asking where the money at. I guess they just giving money and Jen saying whatever happens, it happens. You said, watch the young boy standing with her. Let's see it again, Regina. Regina, you can hit the link too if you want to in a minute. I don't know what you're doing, if you're going live or something, but let me know. I'll throw it down because I do want to get some opinions on this. I have my opinions, and again, it's not about slaughtering the church and not giving to the church, but I think the church need to wake up. You guys are giving thousands upon thousands of dollars to a building project that has been sued, that has been threatened by the city of Detroit, that has been and you guys just keep giving, keep taking out loans. Marvin Winans is not he's not well in his health. Who is going to take on this project when he's no longer over it? Let's say that. Who's going to take it up? Let's look at the little boy.
I, Roberta McCoy, give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
I saw it, Regina. I think I saw what you wanted us to see. He was happy. He was twisting. He was like, "Ooh, I'm up here with my grandmother or whatever. Ooh, we're giving our money." Baba, he's in his a miniature Bobby Jones outfit. He's so happy. He is in Detroit. That's what they do in Detroit. And then as soon as he said, he was doing like this, as soon as he said, well, that's only $1,200, he just stopped and looked. That's the most tragic part of this. Look at the little boy again before y'all start judging and talking about what we shouldn't be talking about and all that. There's a lesson in this, y'all. Look at the little man again. Remind me of myself. Always had to, shine my boots up and everything for church. I was always happy when I had a little tithes, a little offering to give. But saying this in front of this young boy, he's going to remember this. And this is the internet. But look at him.
I, Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm going to work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
And she even allowed him to hand the money to Pastor Winans. And she gave $1,235. How do we know that he didn't give $5 of his allowance, $10 of his allowance? Little Bobby McQueen, yeah. How do you know he didn't do that? And then, of course, Sandy Flowers had to get up and obey and had to shine and had to prove her position.
Praise the Lord. It was not a competition. I just told the Lord I just wanted to beat Elder Healy. Amen. That's all my prayer was. I, Cindy Flowers, give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing my seed of $2,000 and receiving the blessings to come. And I also want to announce my contributors through my giving campaign. Amelia Doling, $50. Angela Haddon, $50. Dr. Shelley McIntosh, $50. Leandra's Holmes, $50. Elder Charles Clifton, $50. Carolyn Rucker, $100. Somebody called a happy contributor, don't know who that was, they just gave $100. Another anonymous gift of $100. Harry Dawkins, $100. Victor Smith, $100. Shannon Smith, $100. Pastor Darrell and Lady Latanya Blair, $100. Orlean Thomas, $100. Crystal Bailey, $100. David Michaels, $250. Bina Elliott, $250. He's here today. Brother Garrett Barnett. Stand up, Brother Garrett, $500.
There we go.
Pastor Larry Trice, $500. Bishop George and Lady Seawright, $500. Pastor Reva Timms Watkins, $500. B.B. Winans, $1,000. Ken Allen, $1,000. Alex Williams, $1,000. Pastor Mike from Savannah, Georgia, $1,000. David and Jolene Bomarito, $2,500. Brother Damon Tools, can you stand, Brother Damon? $2,000.
Our builders.
And to Lisa Yancey, $5,000. Wow. So my giving platform raised $17,150. But that's not all. That's not all. I have checks today with me that I went and picked up. I have $1,000 from Royalty Cleaners, and Reverend Horace Sheffield sold $5,000. So my total contributions was $23,150. My seed of $2,000. I am giving today $25,150.
Cindy Flowers collected $25,050 to give to the building project of 25 years. You know, Cindy Flowers is always in the mix. She's one of the head honchos over there at Perfecting. They've collected a lot of money in all these years, 20-something years. I'm just going to say 25 because I think it's really close to 25. Shut up, Nicola. When that video was playing, First Lady Winans, you can see her just put her head down as soon as Marvin Winans said that. She just put her head down. And that's the thing, Tashi. With a 20-something million loan, I think they said he collected about $300 and something thousand yesterday, though. But still on a 20-something million loan. What'd you say, Regina? You said, my total, I am giving, after saying who gave, after saying all the list of people who gave, she came around the corner and she said, my total, Regina, I am giving. You caught that, huh? You caught that. These people are so hooked up in the church world that they have long vacated Jesus. People can do church all day long and do it sometimes very convincing and successfully. But stuff like this, if I see progress, if there was like progress to a building project, like Manasseh's over there Prophet Manasseh's over there building his ashra, for the prophets and things, and you can see an actual erupting of things and things happening. That's something that you actually give to because you see progress. All we've seen in this progress is a countdown on the wall that is now at 194 from 365. Yes, gospel music, but $25,000 that Cindy gave, okay? That Cindy gave. Yeah. You said this is shameful. People will, yeah. Listen, and did anyone see what I saw? There was a lot of spaces in there. Even Lisa Page Brooke was over there at GEI singing a little tune for the bishop's anniversary. Even Lisa Page Brooke didn't listen. She said, I got somewhere to go. I'll see y'all on the first Sunday, what I usually do. I can't see you on the 19th. I'll be out. I'll be gone. So she was over there down the street at GEI singing. Yeah. And we knew that was going to happen. But there was a lot of empty chairs in Perfecting yesterday, as it usually is on the regular. Camera's really tricky. That boom light is really shining in the camera, so you can't really see what's going on in the back. All that is strategic. Yeah. They are perfecting collecting. I like that one. They really are. Give all the money. You said, that's my point. Give all the money to a man with a selfish dream that won't. And at this point, we've already realized, and we've had the conversation, saints, that we believe this is all about ego, all about what I'm going to do, what I got to have my legacy, my what I'm going to do now, regardless of what it takes, regardless of how much money we take out of your 401ks, regardless of how many sacrificial Sundays I tell you you're going to give, you're going to get. And the thing about it, the people are giving. I said that. I said, listen, they are going to come. They are going to give. They're going to give, because you do have those who say, listen, regardless, if he's not doing it right by the money, I'm doing right by my heart when I give it, and I'm going to be blessed in that way. And and that's wonderful if you can do it and it not like affect your home. It doesn't affect your generation. It doesn't affect your children or what you need to do, then do it. Go over and above what you need to, what you feel is necessary. But it's the ones that are doing it. Just like she said, I'm going to work on the 800. If you got to work on it, you don't have it to give. If you got to work on it, ma'am, Mother Roberta, you don't have it to give. Give what you can, move on. The poor boy, probably, like I said, he handed the money to Marvin Winans. He was happy. He was jovial. He was proud, I'm sure. I'm standing here with my grandma, and we're doing this, and we're giving to God. I got my zoot suit on, and we looking good until he said, that's just 1,200. That's just 1,200. I need 1,000 plus one, sweetheart. Listen, a lot of you, I don't know how many comments and how many that we have that y'all just say, listen, I would have snatched my money back, not even thought about it. And in these days and times, people definitely would have did it. Like I said, I was talking to my mother, and we just started reminiscing on some of the times that, you didn't have much, but you had to give it. And of course, that's that whole, faith of a size of a mustard seed thing, and the widow, the widow with the mite, the little bit, and all that. We go through all of those biblical parables and biblical what they say, principles, which giving and principle, it works. It works. It works. That's why on the flip side of it is the people that are giving and that are sacrificing. And listen, just like in the Bible, it said, she only had a little bit. She had a couple of pennies, but these people had all of this. But what she did is going to benefit her way more than all your money is going to benefit you, because she gave it in the right spirit. Listen, I don't knock nobody giving in the right spirit, but I think these pastors need to stop asking and putting people in that place, especially when you can visibly see action that is going on that you've been looking at for years. Now, they may go around there today or this week, every time we kind of talk about it, they go around there and roll a few bulldozers around the building, around the frame of a building. They'll roll a few bulldozers around in there. They'll get a couple of them $500 shovels he was selling. Y'all remember them $500 shovels he was selling? He'll get a little bit of $500 shovels to throw around some gravel. And then we'll be back here January, right after Christmas, beginning of the year, for another sacrificial Sunday where Marvin Winans asked that you sacrifice 1 week's pay to the Lord. We'll be right back here in January. It was October. Like I told y'all, every 3 months, every quarter, Marvin Winans comes out and asks for more money for this building. That work site has looked the same for forever. Thank you so much, American. You said two. If we can find them, I would send it to them. If we can find who she is, I would send it to him. Said to Roberta. Is that Roberta McCoy's grandson? Thank you, African Americans Anonymous. Yeah. So, y'all hit that like button for me. Let's see what you guys are saying. Each and every Sunday, he's asking members to plant a seed. When is the seed going to bloom? I don't know. I don't know. 800 on her behalf. Well, yeah, that would have been nice, right, Vaughn, Brian? I mean, you see, she's a single mother or a single grandmother. She, what have you. She said, why didn't Marvin chip in the extra $800 on her behalf? Oh, he got it. Oh, he collected it so good on yesterday. Oh, he got it. You better believe he got it. Like Vincent Bohannon, I got it. Oh, he got it. He got that money now. He got that money. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay, let's see. What else are you saying? All right, so I'm going to drop the link, everybody. I mean, at this point, we've seen the video. We know what's going on. A lot of you had a lot to say in regards to your thoughts. I would like to hear some pros and cons of it. But you know, we know the really over spiritual people who say just give, don't ask questions. God bless you. But y'all better start giving and asking some questions. I don't understand why nobody's asking, why isn't the building done? After all of these, every quarter, after all of these sacrificial offerings, it doesn't seem that the building doesn't seem to be moving. There's nothing much happening. So I don't understand why nobody is asking those someone asked the question, let's get some Kirk in here. We got to ask some questions as to what's going on. I'll pin the link. I always do that. Okay. I'll pin the link. Marvin used to be or is a millionaire off his royalties. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then the church should have been, that's probably used to. But, royalties may not be as plentiful right now. But if that was the case, the church should have been built. The Butcher says, as a tithing member, I for sure would want to see those financials. It doesn't seem like anybody is asking for the financials at all. They're just giving more money. That's all they're doing. Hold on for me, everybody. Cruiser, is that you?
Yes, sir. It's me. And excuse the little beeping that you're going to hear in the background. I apologize.
Do we need to send a ladder and a battery to your house?
And a man. Because I have vault ceilings. So or listen, let me not discriminate, or whoever willing to go up in the vault ceilings, send it. Every year I say I'm gonna do it. Every year I say I'm gonna do it in advance. Forget. But listen, real quick. Mm-hmm. I would have missed those instructions too, because when he said 1,001, I'm thinking, oh, okay, $1,001. So I would have missed that instruction too.
Just hold on for a minute. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. So for the late people, this is what he was asking for. And the lady got up with her donation. But this is what Pastor Winans was asking.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you are here and you are giving 1,000 plus one, at least, you join me now in the center aisle. I'm coming back to those that are just giving 1,000. But if you're coming with a seed of 1,000 plus one, wherever you are, I need you to join me in this center aisle.
So, to his defense, he was clear about what he was doing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come talking about, older people, she may have been fooling around with the boy trying to get him together, and she didn't quite hear it, and she just got up. She was just so happy. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm glad somebody brought out the point about the little boy, because the little boy, Lord, if his Christmas is short, he ain't never gonna like the church again. Oh. The little boy, what? A couple of things is happening. Number one, he's gonna be that type of person himself. Mm-hmm. He be like, I grow up, I'm gonna get me this money, or he's gonna dislike the church.
Yeah.
Probably neither one happens, but you're leaving a lasting impression on children when you do that.
And you see how he was twisting and turning like the kid does, and he was happy. He had given the money to Pastor Winans, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he heard it say, "Well, this is only $1,200," he just like stopped and looked. Yeah. So.
And he absolutely did not have to handle it that way. I don't know why we think that we're good leaders when we're mean, or when we come off as mean. I don't know why people think that's good leadership, or you should follow after that leadership, and if you don't, then you're rebellious. Like when I've seen it, I say, well, I ain't saved enough for that church, because I promise you, I promise you, before my name, I would have took my money back, and it would have took everything within me not to say a few cuss words as I walked away.
And again, we understand the black church. We understand that dynamic of the laughter and let me tell you, because I'm gonna get to you right quick. Bishop Booth, is that what it? And but he was making them sing the prayer of Jabez, bless me, and he was telling
the
them
music was going.
Yeah, he told them to smile. He was telling them to get joyful. It was like he was forcing them to be cheerful givers. Forcing the atmosphere to be a cheerful atmosphere.
And I'm glad you brought up that music. I'm gonna say this and pop down. That musician was so messy and petty. Did you see it? Did you see how he took it up when she said that? But that ain't what I asked for. That musician hit another key.
Well,
I'm like, oh, we are so entertaining, and the church has just become a show. And not all churches. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Somebody in my live, they asked me. They said, "Why do churches not give back?" I said, "Why do you don't go to churches that give back?"
Yeah,
there are plenty of churches that have everything that it is that you believe in, that you want. So stop going to those churches. Listen, that lady, she okay with that. She okay with him talking to her like that.
Yeah.
She okay with standing in line and giving that money. She obviously okay with it because she's trying to teach her grandson. Right. And listen, if she okay with it, ain't nothing for me to be upset over. But if somebody else don't go around there. Don't go around there. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy you. I'm gonna get back in the chat and enjoy your chat.
What's your channel? Because you change it every 2 days. What channel can they add you on?
Miss Cruiser 2.
Miss Cruiser, and that's TOO, right?
With the TOO. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Could you put that in the chat? And
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go back in the chat. I think this is how you get out of here.
All right. Bishop Booth, what say you?
Yes, sir. Happy Monday to everyone. I was listening. I came across your show today. Normally I watch from the bushes and just see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I had to pull over.
All right.
I just ran out from having breakfast and had to pull over. It disturbs me. It honestly disturbs me. Number one, when you guys pointed out the boy. Kids are impressionable.
Yeah.
It triggered some memories of my own growing up in the church. And
it did me the same way. That's why I think, people say, well, that's just, but it's a triggering thing. But go ahead. Yeah.
It is a triggering thing for those of us that seen this type of stuff firsthand. And if you've seen this type of stuff firsthand growing up, it is a fact that you don't forget this stuff.
No.
It sticks with you. Something will come up later in life that will trigger this memory. Yeah. And it could be a
you see how it's doing me and you?
Yeah.
It's going to do him the same way.
Absolutely. And it'll be a major part in him deciding, am I going to listen to the voice of the Lord and give as I may be feeling led? Or am I going to go based off my experience?
Right.
I believe humbly that as leaders, I know we're called to operate in grace. But with that grace, we need to also operate in wisdom. Right. Not just as leaders, but as in parishioners, use wisdom. The Bible speaks on wisdom being that chief thing. We can't help me, Jesus. We tend, especially in the Black church, and I say this as a young leader that's building myself.
Yeah.
We say that in the Black church, we have a tendency to over spiritualize things sometimes.
Yep. Oh, what happened with something? He must have got a call. You got to put when y'all come up, the link is pinned. When you come up, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, because someone will pop in and give you and mess up your speech. I'll wait till he comes back up. Okay, I can see him. All right, I can see him now.
I apologize. Somebody was trying to call.
Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and they'll keep calling. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, we tend to over spiritualize when there's to be a balance. There's definitely to be a balance, and even a comment that just popped up about church hurt on that baby. That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak on it because I don't play those games, but that's why I'm releasing something soon addressing that topic. because it is real. And I know leaders I've had conversations with regarding what I'm releasing with that topic, and they deny it as if it doesn't exist.
Are you talking
And
about church hurt?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I don't. You know, some of them try to deny it. I know we overuse it sometime. I think some people feel that it's overused because then they put it back. Well, they hurt you at your job, they hurt you in the this, and you still go back. But I think the mixture of it is the spiritual side of that. It's it's a thing. Yeah.
It is a thing, and that's why you have to have balance. Because even with that topic, for example, yeah, it may have happened at your job or here or there, but the church is not that.
Yeah.
The church is supposed to operate again under a grace, under a mercy, under a love.
Yeah.
What has happened to the love in the church? If I'm operating in grace as your leader and I'm operating in the love of the Lord as your leader, I'm not going to look for a moment to put you on blast. As a matter of fact, if I'm really in tune with the Holy Spirit, I'm not. The Holy Spirit restricts us in many times from saying what our flesh would say. So it even causes me to wonder in this moment, how much are you being led by the Holy Spirit?
Well, I think what happens is when they get a certain age or a certain ego, you're floating off of your experience and they're not really relying on the Holy Spirit anymore. They're mature, they're seasoned. This is what I do, is what I've been doing. And they miss that. They miss the ear of God. I think they start missing it.
So
I'm coming to you, Tiffany.
So take your mature, seasoned self back to the altar and say, Lord, refine me again, purify me again, cleanse me again, keep me fresh. This is even why we read the scriptures regularly, to keep that fresh voice, to keep that
because we know them all, but it's important to quote them regularly to get it, remind us.
Exactly. And then also with the project, and I'm going to say this, and because I was thinking about it when you guys were showing the video. I come from the Blake family, where we successfully put together the cathedral in LA. Everything was on point. Everything it was accountable. One thing I learned from my relative, presiding Bishop Emeritus Blake, that I have now implemented in my ministry: being accountable to the people, having the beginning of the year business meetings, things like that. Where is the money going?
Yeah, my question here is, why isn't anyone asking the question about this building and the money and where it's every quarter they're asking for more money, but we're not seeing anything different happening over there on 7th and Woodward in Detroit? Hold your thought, Bishop Booth. Go ahead, Tiffany. Give me what's your thoughts?
I just I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut off any other previous conversation, but I thank you for bringing this to your platform, St. James. I've really been enjoying you. You're doing an excellent work. So thank you. All I can say is there's just so many people in church that it seems like they love to be abused. And I have watched the same bishop do things year after year after year that have been hurtful. That nice, nasty spirit. We've seen a lot of that. And yes, I too, the first thing when I saw the comment, I said, this is the same man who's been building a church for over 20 years, hasn't really included the people on actually what's taken place until there's this public embarrassment where the city is saying, finish the building or we're taking the building.
Or we're going to snatch it.
Absolutely. And hey, I understand that in the beginning stages of that building, he ran off all the money people in his church then. And so he's turning around, doing the same thing now.
Because people have told me they have stopped going to the church.
Yes, because of things like this.
Yeah.
And if you think back, he's always been very self-grandizing. If you think back to Whitney Houston's funeral, he pulled some stunts even in that were pointing the finger to him. And so my heart goes out to the woman that gave. Perhaps she didn't fully understand the instruction. And you know what? That happens. But when you are a person of class, you know how to exercise grace and say to someone after they've given, he didn't even bother to thank her.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't even thank her.
He should have got it, thank you, and let her go, and then say, listen, if there's anyone else in the line.
Absolutely. That's the appropriate way to do so. Bring clarification, because I understand if he's trying to stage the giving. I get it. I get it. We've all grown up in church and we've seen it. We've done it and we don't like it, but we've seen it.
$100 line, okay, the
exactly.
$50 line.
We've seen it all our lives. But I will say we have, particularly as people of color, we have got to stop accepting this abuse.
Yeah.
He owes that woman a private and public apology. She was excited to give her, the little young person that was with her was excited to hand him the envelope, and it has just gone awry.
And then he was just like shaking, like, "Ooh, I'm up here with Pastor Winans. I just gave he probably gave $5 of his allowance."
A big deal to a young person, you know, especially when they grow up looking at these people as larger than life. And when they do things like this, it reminds you they're not larger than life. And humility is the way. And that was not displayed. But I also want to just kind of drop this. I have a career where in short, I'm a pharmaceutical attorney.
Okay.
I look at a lot of trials, and I look at a lot of people as their health begins to change due to medical occurrences. I remember he did have a medical challenge not terribly long ago. And I am noticing further personality changes.
And people are pointing that out.
Yes, I know his look is becoming more fragile. He's smaller, and medications can do that to you. Sickness can do that to you. But I am noticing some personality changes. I hope he repents and gets in right standing with God, because I am seeing signs of.
Well, there are some.
I don't want to say the word, but I'm seeing those signs.
Yeah, well, those people put that in the chat as well. I know what you're saying.
Early onsets. Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to be prayerful for that church, because I think everybody should have felt a bit of hurt during that Sunday service. I don't know what to say about the building. I don't know what to say about the day. I don't know if this day of giving is supposed to help them restart this building. I don't know.
Well, the day of giving, it's pushing, because they took out a big loan at the end of 2024 to finish this building. So they're having to pay this loan, pay the principal, the mortgage or whatever on the loan. And so I think, and if you track it, it's every 3 months that he's asking. So
wow.
October and every January, they do a sacrificial giving. So that's going to be an automatic where he's going to ask for 1 week's pay, Tiffany, of your money.
Okay. Oh my. We're going back. I remember what the Paula Whites and Rod Parsley's doing stuff like that. I remember them doing things like that. Let me ask you, is the loan, does anybody know, is the loan actually going towards the rest, the upbuilding of that building, or are we just paying a loan because we've mismanaged some money?
Sustain the land. Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
Because like I said, we've had people go over there and see no movement. I did that video a year ago, and it looks pretty much no different.
So we don't know. So they got the loan, but we don't know where this loan money is. We just know that they got to pay it back.
They got to pay it back. Yeah, they have to pay it back. Yeah. So like I said, I don't know. I don't know the particulars.
I understand. I don't want to put that on you.
Yeah, but they have some business meetings or whatever and what have you. But the outside looking in, when we know, I give when I see progress.
Absolutely. It's easy to do it. I go to a church where it's easy for me to give.
Yeah.
Because I see and I know what's going on. And that's the last point, and I'll let you go to someone new.
Yeah.
People need to place a greater demand on leadership, that
Yeah.
we need to understand what our church is doing financially. I've watched churches, a congregation, lose historic buildings behind pastors who hid that under covers for years
Yeah.
and never told the people the true status. Okay, maybe some deacons and a comptroller knew, but the general member did not know. And that's pride. And we know pride comes before a. Thank you, Brother St. James.
Thank
We
you so
thank
much.
you.
I appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate your words. All
Thank you
right.
for hearing me. Bye-bye.
You got some last words, Bishop Booth?
Yes, I would just encourage everybody to use wisdom. You know, and I know some people are not gonna like me saying this, but the reality is church is also a business.
Yeah.
It is
It is. No, it
called a
is. It's, yeah,
business
and
of
that's
church
clear. Yeah.
for a reason.
Your
You
phone is
know,
really, really choppy. So just let you
which
know.
I can't. Let me see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's really choppy. Go ahead and finish up your last thought.
I can't hear you. It's just I'm gonna drop down and come back. Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you want to hit the, if anyone else wants to hit the link is in the chat. It's pinned on the chat. So I think that's the question that everybody has. You know, I see some of you in there. You're just, I feel I'm obligated to give my tithe and give an offering and anything above that. Listen, I'm not against. Let me tell you this. I am not against of giving to building funds, giving over and above your tithes and offering. I mean, if you believe in tithes, then believe in tithe. You know, if you don't believe in tithe and you just believe in being a cheerful giver and giving out of the abundance of your heart, then do that as well. But I don't have a problem with, you know, people giving to, but we have to see some progress. We have to see progress. Courtney?
I wasn't gonna come up here, Saints, but since we're here,
Right.
I wanted to say this really quick and then I'll jump down.
Mm-hmm.
My church is in the process of building. We just purchased a building or whatever the case may be, and we're in the process of remodeling and getting it there.
Yeah.
And what I love about my pastor is that they're showing us each step of the way, like ever so
Mm.
often, just like how you pay a contractor, you pay them to
Yes.
do X amount of work.
Right.
She shows us X amount of work is being done through video, and we're able
Uh-huh.
to see that. What really concerns me about this is that I'm not sure that the members, they could be, you can correct me if I'm wrong, are they being shown the process each step of the way? Are they being shown that there's work being done? Because if they're not, that is very alarming and concerning to
Well,
me
the
that this
thing about
project
it,
has been going on for 20 years.
according to people who are living in Detroit, providing videos, giving feedback, there's nothing much being done at all. So I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's very unfortunate because yes, we're giving to God. Yes, we're giving to our local church to ensure that we have a place to worship or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
But this is also an investment.
it is. It's an
Anywhere
investment.
I place my money, it's an investment for me. So as a giver, I could only imagine going into that church day in, day out, see the numbers on the board as far as the
Falling. Yeah.
countdown days,
Hmm.
but no improvement. And I'm giving the $1,000 here, $5,000 there, whatever the case may be
Cindy
that they're
Flowers,
required to give.
$25,000.
Right. It's
And
almost,
the
it
guy and the
feels like a
preacher before
robbery.
him gave 17,000. Before Cindy came up, the
Uh-huh.
preacher who's always up there, he gave he collected 17,000 from people.
And the sad part about it is Cindy know the truth. Now we're not gonna start there.
She sure
Cindy
do.
knows the truth
The ins and outs of everything that's going on at Perfecting Church.
because this is pretty much her building project.
You got that right. You got that.
But that's all. I'm gonna drop down. Hey,
We missed
Sister
somebody.
Regina. I'll
Sister
drop down.
Regina. Thank you, Courtney.
Hey,
I
girl.
appreciate that.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello, St. James, my friend. How you doing?
I am good. How are you today? I loved your inspiration this morning. It's a good starter for my day.
I appreciate that. I hope I'm coming in clear. I'm still in the car,
Yeah.
but I wanted to jump on and just chit chat with you guys. Again, thank you for having the story. Somebody sent me this. Prayer at Carrington actually sent me this story, and I'm getting it together and I'll be talking about it. But here's the thing with Marvin Winans, this has been a long project. And I'm sure, of course, like you said, this is not the first offering that he has done on this.
No.
What I think the Black church has to start doing is first, when you get the land, I think we need to pay off the land.
Yeah.
Before we start putting anything on the building. A lot of these churches, what they do, they either try and have the land and the building together. They don't have anything paid off. But in the future, let's just talking future for people. If you're going to build a church, let's try and pay off the land first.
Right.
Let's try and get something paid off. But the other thing with this whole thing that I've been looking at, I am not against people giving offerings and tithes and stuff like that for a bill. I'm not against that. This is not what any of us who are true believers in God are saying about this story. We're not saying that Marvin should not ask for the money. What we're saying is checks and balances. Does his church ever give out a spreadsheet to show this is what we bought in, this is what we spent and where we spent it? One thing that I can commend the Catholic Church on, and I think that our Black churches need to follow, is they will give you checks and balances when it comes to money that comes in. They would tell you how much the stove costs in the kitchen.
They sure will. They're
not hiding any money. They're not messing
you
up
had
any.
to get
They
a case of light bulbs, and this is how much it costs. Yeah.
Absolutely. They would give you the spreadsheet on what they are spending. And they are conservative with their money because they would make sure if the case of light bulbs is $100, they gonna check every site to see if they can get it for 20.
Yeah.
So I think what Marvin Winans needs to do is he needs to let the church know financially where they are. And it shouldn't just be, I'm telling you this. Show us the document. Show us.
Yeah.
Because in doing that, he may get other people to actually give to him outside of the church. Because if others can see what you're doing, they may be willing to help. But this has been a long project. Somewhere along the line, some money wasn't managed properly, or maybe contractors didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Well, they did get sued. Contractors did sue the guy who married Tammy Faye Baker. He sued them back in the day because I think he was the first person that was going to do the church, because he does church in his sleep, that guy. And he sued them. So they've been through a lot of issues throughout the years.
Right.
So,
but and then we also have to look at this. This vision has been going on so long. Did anybody sit down with Marvin and say, is this truly God's vision or is this your vision?
I'm sorry, Jesse, is this you?
Yes, it's me.
They got some haters around here. I got to check. Go ahead, Regina.
We need to check with Marvin and find out, Marvin, is this really God's vision or is this your vision? Is this something, Marvin, that you don't want to let go of? Is this something that you want to keep bleeding us because you want to see your dream come to pass? Maybe the reason why God is holding this off is because God knows that building will be much more than Marvin can maintain.
Yes.
I mean, are you having problems paying the bills that you are right now?
Think about it, Regina.
There's some seats.
The seats are empty in there. Those seats aren't full. There's no reason for them to build another sanctuary.
Right, and that's what I was saying. If you can't fill up the seats of the building where you are, why build a larger church?
Yeah.
We've got to use some real thought on this whole thing. And then again, are the people following God's vision or are the people following Marvin's vision?
Yeah.
And this whole thing that they did, and I watched, there's 2 videos. I think he was collecting money for 2 days. These videos that I saw, St. James, all this declaration and this proclamation that they did could have been on the big screen. Everybody could have said it together, or somebody pass out paper. All of us going to say this together.
But
And let's just declare.
You know what that's for, Regina. That's legal terms, so people don't ask for their money back. That's why he makes them read that declaration. So when you come back and try to get your money back, and they suing churches for they get their money back because when they're appropriation of funds. So he's making them read that declaration so they can pull it up, and that's probably another reason why they're allowing it to be streamed. Because some people say, why would he even stream it? But they wanted to so they can pull it up and say, no, we're not going to give you your $25,000 back, Cindy Flowers, out of y'all after y'all fall out. Because you've read this declaration.
Here's the thing, St. James, that doesn't stop them from being sued. Because if they take that $25,000, if they take whatever money they gave, $25, $2,000, or $2, whatever amount that they say, I declare that this is going towards this, and the church uses it for something else, that's a lawsuit right there. You did not use my funds for what you said you were collecting my funds for.
But did he say what he was collecting it for?
I thought, wasn't it in the declaration?
I don't think so.
What was the declaration?
Hold on. We need to pull it up. We need to pull up
declaration again. Yes.
Yeah, because I don't believe he said what it was. Let me see here. Jesse, talk while I'm getting this.
Well, praise the Lord, saints. I was agreeing with Regina, Sister Regina, my bad, or Pastor Regina, right? It's Pastor, right?
Just Regina.
Okay. No, I'm respectful.
I don't need a label. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, because they was on Threads tearing me up. They was letting me have it.
Yeah.
But I just, first of all, I didn't want to come up for a long time. But the first thing I wanted to say was I had noticed that it was, like I said, I had posted it on Threads last night.
Where can they find your Threads, Jesse?
It's LILJESSYE, and that's also my Instagram name, my Instagram handle. Everybody should use Threads because their algorithm is amazing. I'll post something on Facebook and get 2 likes, but it'll go viral on Threads, the same exact post. So, but anyways, I had noticed that this one young lady, because it would have like, last time I checked, it had like 1.5 thousand comments and 1.5 thousand likes. I had noticed that this I think she was autistic girl. She had said, just say that you want $2,000 instead of saying 1 + 1, because that kind of triggers off something. And I just went through her pictures and then looked at her bio. It said neurodivergent, and we talk about this all the time. And it's like, y'all want us to give grace to people, to the leaders, for making hiccups and stuff, but y'all don't give grace to the people that's sitting in the churches. And I done came across a lot of people that's neurodivergent, autistic. They might or might not have been diagnosed, and y'all don't give that same grace, because I've seen so many people, well, not a lot of people, because most people agree with us, but I've seen a couple of people, well, you're taking it out of context, or you're doing this and that. It's like, well, you don't think about the other side of the argument or the other side of the conversation.
Yes.
Okay. Just go on mute for a minute. All right.
Yes.
Continue, Jesse.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing I was going to bring up, is that I don't think people really realize how bad it's getting here. It's specifically in Southeast Michigan. I had said in the comments earlier, we're the number 2 since these tariffs have, kicked in. We have the most grocery store price hikes.
Wow.
In the nation since these tariffs have, like, it's so bad. When I go to Kroger, I'm like, literally every week my bill is going up $10 every single week. 4 bags of groceries is $60, and it wasn't like that before. And the rent has gone up. It's just tragic here. And then people are getting laid off left and right because of the tariffs specifically. And he's not, reading the room at all. He doesn't care. The attitude.
Why would you have a sacrificial during a government shutdown?
A shutdown,
during
tariffs.
a place where SNAP benefits are being withheld, or they're threatening to withhold them. People need to kind of hold on to some things just in case. Hold on, Jesse. Let's hear this declaration, Regina.
$1 for a total of $2,000.
Okay.
Receiving the blessings to come to all those to participate.
Amen. There we go. Just that simple. Come on, sweetie.
All right. I, Sister Anita Blackman, give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church, sowing this seed of $2,050 plus one, and receiving the blessings to come and all that participate.
Now, if you think you're going to get a blessing because of what you've given, I need you to praise God like you got it.
So no, it's not. It wasn't specific, Regina.
Thank you, St. James, and I will stand corrected. But we got to find out what the vision is.
Yeah, that's too blanket. That's too wide.
What's the vision? We got to find out what the vision is.
And then I'm gonna let y'all carry on. But this is the last thing I'm gonna say. To Cindy Flowers, aka Pat Houston. Oh, you on the docket, girl. Pat Houston. Yeah, we got our eyes on you.
If don't nobody know what's going on at Perfecting, Cindy Flowers knows what's going on.
She's Pat Houston. She's always covering something up for her own self-gratification and her own self-gain.
Yeah, that was hard to watch when she did that. I thought that was so selfish of her. I mean, she mentioned all of their names. She took the time to do all that, which took more of our time. But then to claim I and me, I can't get with, no, not we anywhere. That was so selfish.
Levi, what do you have to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am I echoing? Is my audio okay?
You're good for now. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Let me say this. I was born and raised in the city of Detroit, and I wanted to offer an outside perspective on what I just watched. I was just scanning the channels, and your channel came up, and I'm someone who is not a church goer. I'm someone on the outside, but I understand that most of you would agree, including yourself, that a true Christian's objective is to bring souls to Jesus.
That's the objective.
So let me be clear. While I am not a church goer, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I was raised Muslim, and in my studies of Islam, Prophet Muhammad and all of the prophets, and when I have read and studied the life of Jesus as a Black man in America, I gravitate and lean towards Jesus. I've had certain Muslims say to me, well, you talk about Jesus more than you talk about Prophet Muhammad. And I'll say to them,
that's all right.
That's right. I'll say to them, well, it was Jesus that my great grandparents and grandmamas and all them called on Jesus. Mm-hmm. So if he was good enough for them, he's good enough for me, because he sustained our forefathers, our ancestors, right? So let's be clear. I'm not a church goer, but I'm a spiritual man, and I've studied religion most of my life. Now, what I saw, the reason why I hit the link is that what I saw in Marvin, with Marvin Winans, it made me sick. And it upset me, because I know without a doubt that there are so many beautiful Christian preachers, beautiful Christians, beautiful people who attend church. I know some of them, but the Bible talks about stumbling people.
Yeah.
When you stumble people, God holds you accountable for stumbling people and driving them away from the church, driving them away from that salvation. I was taken aback years ago when Marvin Winans was accosted, robbed, and beaten in my city. If you remember.
Remember that.
And the one thing I said to myself back then, because the guy...
We do have an echo. Can you correct it?
I'm going to try that. I apologize. Let me see that.
Okay.
I apologize. Let me see that. Let me say, I'm going to take this.
You probably have an earphone on or something like that. Yeah.
Is that better right there?
Yeah, go ahead. Perfect.
Okay, great. I remember reading the paper and seeing it on the news years ago, and I said, wow. I said, what if Marvin Winans, and I don't have anything against this man, what if when those guys were caught, because they were caught and they went to prison for that,
right?
What if he had stepped in and said, well, Jesus would want me to redeem these young men?
Yeah.
And went to court and said, turn them over to me. Let me work with them. Let me bring them to the Lord. That would have had a lot of impact on young people in the city of Detroit. Now, once again, the sister, I was listening to the Juice Radio sister, and I love you, sister, but I said to myself, after watching that man speak to that woman that way and say, this is $1,200, myself personally, the building fund and how churches should do this and that, that's fine. But we're talking about Jesus. Yeah. We're talking about the one who taught us to be most and foremost empathetic. Empathy is everything. If you remember, brother, I'm gonna let you go. If you remember when Jesus gave the example of the king who summoned the man that owed the kingdom taxes, and the man fell down on his face. You know the story more than me. And Jesus, the king said, you don't owe, I'm going to wipe your slate clean. Go. And then later his subjects saw that same guy out there in the square. Somebody owed him $50 and he beat him. And the king summoned him back and said, didn't I just wipe your slate clean? Why would you go out there and beat this person? Yeah. Everything about Jesus is being empathetic and empathy. And if you notice, when he fed the multitude, he was like, well, these people, they've traveled here a long way. I'm concerned they may grow faint on their way home. And he fed the multitude. What Pastor Winans displayed, it made me sick, because I, in my younger years, being in the streets, when I saw Marvin Sapp, when you played that clip, when I saw Pastor Winans, when you played that clip, I'm not accusing those brothers of this. But in the streets, it reminded me of those who were on cocaine. Addicted. We
don't want to assume that here, but
I'm giving you
where you're going.
From the street perspective. They have a certain look in their eyes. And the ones on cocaine don't have no mercy for nobody, because I need my money. I need my fix. I saw this in the streets, brother. I'm not accusing them of that. But I'm saying it's a demonic spirit. And it reminded me, it took me back to the hood. Like, I remember cats who were on cocaine were merciless. And for that woman, he needs to apologize to that woman and her grandchild. It was just sickening to me to see that, brother. Because I know that the church and that Jesus is the way. And for that man to do that is horrible, bro. It's horrible, brother.
Levi, I appreciate you. I appreciate your stance on it. And yes, I think we all have to go back to Jesus and doing what would Jesus do? We did an acronym that went viral, WWJD, but I think we actually need to figure out, is that the way that Jesus would have? I'm gonna bring you down because I have a lot of feedback. But
yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Great talk, Levi. Great. I love it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Now I don't want to say nobody snorting nothing around here now.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that, St. James. But you know, I love a lot of valid points he had. We also have to remember and get back to the knowledge of why is all this coming about. We need to have wisdom when it comes to finances.
Yes.
And we've got to do things right financially. Even when Jesus had to pay his taxes, you know, he didn't beat the people over the head. He didn't tell them, hey, I need all y'all disciples to give me $1,000. He said to fishermen to go look in the fish's mouth. He said, go get me what I need from a source that y'all probably won't know it's going to come from, but I know God's going to provide it.
Yeah.
So you gotta know where your source and your resources need to come from, and it don't always come from beating the people over the head, telling everybody y'all need to get $1,000, and rebuking a lady because she came up there with her grandchild and gave $1,235.
I mean, it's like disregarded the young grandchild coming.
Right.
she's leading her grandchild in the way that she thinks he ought to go in regards to giving and sacrificing and giving up to the prophet, giving it to the man of God. And just totally just got, when that boy was shaking and then all of a sudden he stopped.
I saw that
until you mentioned it, Regina.
Yes, and see, I pay attention to the outer stuff. I don't always focus right on this. I'm an observer, and I look and I watch. And when I saw that young boy did it, because he was so proud, he went up there, he handed his envelope, and he may not have heard.
Daryl, is that you? Okay, I can't hear you. I don't know if your stuff is not up, but I can't hear you. Go ahead, Regina.
She may not have heard when he changed it. But listen, in another video that I saw that he did, the other video, you saw the lady that came up there with the baby, the young man, he gave $3
with the what?
Like
Your phone cut up. The lady with the what?
I may be going. The lady that went up there, she had a baby, and I think I heard she gave 3 checks, and I think those checks were less than $2. But that was on the other day, I think it was. I'll go back and look for the clip and send it.
That was at the 3 o'clock service.
I think that was right.
Yeah,
I think that was. And here's the thing: I listened when Marvin, and I was even grateful that she even went up and sold even that seed. I was shouting for her more than I was shouting for the others. But one thing else that I noticed before I drop down, because I think I'm coming to a dry area up here. Marvin was shouting for all the big numbers, but staying silent for all the little numbers.
Ain't that crazy?
Even when Cindy was up there saying this person gave 50.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Okay, great. Go ahead, Regina.
Even when Cindy was up there, she was saying this person gave 50, that person gave whatever. He was silent. But then when she said this person gave 500, he was like, "Oh, there it is." And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute.
Over there. Oh, yeah."
Right. So I'm not mad for people collecting money. I don't want anybody to feel that I'm mad about I'm not. But there's a way to do it that would bring dignity. There's a way to do it that everybody can feel good about what they give. And I just think that Marvin did not do that. Now, it's his church. He do it the way he wants to. Yeah. But I'm all for, if we're going to do this thing in unity, then let's do it unity. I'm so tired of the $1, the $1,000 line, and the $2,000 line, and the $50 line. And then I'm going to get to all the rest of y'all $5 and $10 people last. I'm tired of that.
It's what the Black church has been doing for years, working on the emotions of people, working on the egos of people, and people don't want to be embarrassed. Why do you think a lot of people didn't show up at Perfecting? Because they don't want to be embarrassed. You're singing in the choir, you're in leadership, but every quarter I'm being asked to give $1,000, now $2,000 every quarter. And this money is coming out of my family's mouth,
And it's putting people in debt. It's putting the church people in debt. So I think the church really needs to get back to teaching business and finance and money and all of that, instead of all of this just give.
Manasseh talked about that the other day about the why isn't all this money being invested for the church, Regina? Well, you're not having to come back every quarter. Go ahead. I think your sound is going out. You're going to be live later on, though, right?
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm going to go ahead and drop down. Thank y'all for having me up.
Yeah. So make sure you guys join the Juice Radio talk show. She's going to be on later on today. What say you, a fellow Detroitian?
What's going on, St. James? How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
That's good. Well, I'll make it brief. I think I've been saying this for like the last year or so. When Marvin Winans broke ground on the property, I was a freshman in high school. I'm 37 years old.
My God, today.
So for 23 years, he's been building on this property. Jesse hit the nail on the coffin, but I'm going to take it a step further. The city of Detroit is fed up with Perfecting.
Yeah.
They are embarrassed because that property is sitting on prime real estate.
Yep.
Amazon is building up all around that area. And he's holding up upward mobility in the city. It is getting out of hand. It is becoming embarrassing in the clergy community in Detroit. I understand the vision that Bishop Winans had, but when does it come a point when you sit down and have a conversation and just look at the numbers and see if it makes sense? Let's take it a step even if they do build the building and they walk in, how are you paying that mortgage?
How are you paying the mortgage? Because they don't have the people in the seats.
No.
To sustain it.
No, they don't. On top of that, he's taking loan after loan after loan to build that property. It is becoming fiscally irresponsible.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's sad to see it because you said yourself. I love his music. I grew up listening to him. He's a great orator, but this is just his body is getting. He goes sickly every time we see him.
He's getting more and more. So he couldn't even stand. He had to sit down. And
I don't want to be rude, but it's like, come on, this is getting ridiculous. And the way that you look, I'm not a member perfecting. I'm from behind. I send the sales like everybody else, but I saw the full video. Yes, he broke down the reasoning for the line, but at the end of the day, you don't talk to people like that.
You don't.
You don't know, and you said it yourself in the middle of a situation where people are furloughed.
Yeah.
Where the government is shut down, the median income for residents in Detroit is $33,000.
And that is nothing compared. I'm in California. We would just be in the poverty at the Poverello house, and that's
absolutely. So a third of the city is living below the poverty line, and you're asking people to dig deep to make a sacrificial offering at what cost?
Yeah.
Because you're not making a sacrifice. Your congregation is making a sacrifice.
Yeah, there's no sacrifice on his end. I think, he gave money, but what that mean when the pastor give money? What that really mean there?
I don't know. And here's my thing. You're a Grammy Award winning singer. Why are you not doing a revival or a concert or just like?
Well, come on. Can we just call a thing? He's not well enough to travel like that.
Yeah.
He's not well enough to travel like that. Mm-mm.
That's true. Well, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. I know you're in Detroit, and y'all can drive by the eyesore and all the time, and you see there's nothing going on.
It's embarrassing, man. And then he's talking about putting housing up there. I'm like, the city is not going to stand by for this. It's taking you 20
He only
years.
said that after the bloggers was asking why, Daryl.
Yeah.
Then they went back to the city and asked them for the zoning rights to do some housing. That's after we said, why are you building this big deal? You need to build senior housing, low-income housing. You need to do something like that. Matter of fact, didn't it in the same area, they just did like a solar something, like a black man or a black athlete did a new business over there where the new church is?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't recall vividly, but yeah, something like that.
But my thing, and it was something because they were proud of it. The city of Detroit was proud of it because he was providing jobs. Yeah. He was providing places for people to build their own homes from having jobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to go in there and just sing millions. We don't care.
Yeah,
millions didn't make it no more.
It's just ridiculous, man. But that's all I gotta say. Pray for the congregation and just
Thank you.
All right,
Daryl. Thank you so much for your words. Yeah. Y'all gonna leave. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Leah, did you send in your 1,000 plus one this past Sunday? Show me your receipts, Leah. Show me your receipt. Listen, it's still pinned in the chat if you would like to come up and give your thoughts. And let me tell you what you're giving your thoughts on. Let me tell you what you are giving your thoughts and comments on. And again, for the late people coming in, there was a way Bishop-elect Winans wanted to have the line, and then the lady was kind of out of the way that he was looking for. So let's look at the two videos.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you are here and you are giving 1,000 plus one, at least, you join me now in the center aisle. I'm coming back to those that are just giving 1,000. But if you're coming with a seed of 1,000 plus one, wherever you are, I need you to join me in this center aisle.
And this was shortly after he made that announcement.
Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
All right, so hold on, y'all. Okay. Well, I think we have a guest here that are either associated with Marvin Winans Church or Perfecting. Let's see. Is your stuff? I don't know if your stuff is on though. I don't see any camera, or your stuff may not be connected. Unadulterated. You may need to drop down because I can't bring you up. It's not giving me the option because it's all black. Just want to let you know. I'll drop down and come back up and see. I think you did it. I think you did it. Hold on. Well, maybe.
I'm here.
Are you there now?
Yes.
Okay. Your thoughts?
I am not a member of Perfecting Church. I live in Arizona.
Okay.
I recently just turned 18. I've been a follower of Bishop Winans for all my life.
And you're the one who has the channel, right?
Yes, sir.
That plays gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna also sew $50 later after this, as soon as I figure out how to work everything.
Okay.
But I just wanted to
Appreciate it. Go ahead.
I wanted to everyone has their own opinion, and to some degree they are correct. Maybe he could have said it differently. Knowing him, that's just his I know what you guys are saying. He came off a little
It's Marvin. It's Black church. It's what we're used to. We're comedic. Things like that happen.
Absolutely. As far as to where the seeds are going, I made a TikTok of kind of what it's going to. So he has said
TikTok, I believe.
Yeah, he has said several times. I don't know what the money is going to, and I'm on his side. Is where I'm at, because I know you said to say. And I'm gonna be giving my 1,000 plus one.
Okay.
Shortly.
All right.
I believe in tithes. I believe in offerings. Just
You
knowing
sound
him
a
still
good
doesn't make it right.
UPC. You in UPC, huh?
No. My name is Isaac Ginger. I'm from Buckeye, Arizona.
Oh, I thought you're not in the UPC organization.
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
You're not a Pentecostal churches, but go ahead.
No. I'm Kojic. I go to True Holiness Church of God in Christ.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yes, sir. But yeah. So as far as the building fund, I don't know where the money is going, but just listening, I'm kind of like all over the place because I had so many thoughts.
It's okay.
He has they just purchased land to build houses on behind the church.
Well, no, they got rezoned, I believe, for that land that they had already purchased, so they can build houses on the land.
Yeah, I don't know everything. All I know
they
is
didn't purchase that land. Was purchased. It was acquired 23 years ago. But I think now they're talking about not only a church but building other things on the land, such as housing. Yeah.
Absolutely. But like they do so much. They have food donations every month. They pay for people who do tithe. If they can't pay a bill, they'll pay the bill for them. They just had an expungement day, whereas if you were convicted of a crime, that costs money. Like if you wanted to do that on your own, that's for a real lawyer, that costs money.
Thank you,
So I understand what people are saying, but tithing and giving, and like I said, if you don't have it to give, you can't give. I'm able to give it. I'm able to give it. So I don't.
You 18 and you able to get, that's a blessing.
It is. I'm so grateful. And you know what it was? It's tithings and offerings.
Okay.
And I give it cheerfully in.
And that is a way to be blessed.
It is. And what I saw, it was your channel that said that he rebuked the lady. And I know that you didn't mean it like that, is what you said earlier. Um, he didn't rebuke the lady, but I know what you said. He could have said thank you, and all that stuff. But I mean, yeah,
I
as
mean,
far as that,
in my opinion, it was a sort of a rebuke. It wasn't I wouldn't say it was a rebuke as we have seen rebukes in church,
yeah,
real horrible, situation like the woman with the girl with the, who was that? Mahogany. That was a rebuke.
yeah,
The
absolutely. I think
singing
I
and
know what you're
stuff
talking
like
about. Yeah,
that. That was a real. Now, this can be seen as a rebuke too, probably not to that extent, but I just wish he had accepted it, said thank you,
yeah,
shook
no, for
the
sure.
boy's hand, and then address the line.
Absolutely.
You know,
I get that, and I get where people can come from. It was
yeah.
just the fact that when it was posted and it said rebuke, it can come off a certain way
Mm-hmm.
to people, to let's say people who are questioning their faith, and I'm not God. I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that I mean, the Bible says to give.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad that you are in that realm where you know what giving does for you.
It does,
And
right.
again, I've always said it, even at perfecting. If you're going to give, but make sure you're giving it in the right mindset, the right frame, because give it because you know that there is a blessing in giving. But
Right. If you
but the mature side of it says, I don't want to give into pockets with holes in them. I
Mhm.
want to give in order so I know that it's going to increase and expand the kingdom and not just expanding somebody's ego. That's my only thing. That's
Absolutely.
the mature side of it. Listen here, I really like your channel, and I love the fact that you, like myself, love the music of perfecting of Marvin Winans. And how many subscribers you have so far?
I started about a month ago. I got like 6,000.
I thought so. Yeah, because people love Marvin Wine, and so everybody, unadulterated gospel channel. Are you of the Caucasian persuasion, or are you African
I
American?
am Hispanic. I am
You're
Hispanic. I don't.
Hispanic. Oh,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay. So you're in the Mexican Apostolic Church?
So no, I'm actually adopted. My parents
Okay.
are black. I've been adopted since I was 18 months.
Oh, that's right. You said you're in Kojic. You're a Kojic guy.
Yes, sir. In Buckeye,
Okay.
Arizona.
You going to the convocation?
I'm not. I wouldn't. You know what? Let me say this. My parents are Kojic.
Mm-hmm.
We go to a Kojic church.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess I'm with PFI, but I'm Pentecostal. If you would say, I believe in the Holy Ghost.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So are you with
But
PFI? So your church is associated with PFI?
no, I don't have a church. No, no, no.
Also, but you yourself, you're saying my parents are Kojic. I'm over here at PFI. I'm perfecting Church
Oh, all the way.
International. Yeah,
All the
okay,
way.
gotcha. I feel
I
it.
Bishop Winans is my guy. That's my guy.
Gotcha.
Um, but and also he said like if you had $4 cents, they're gonna have their time to come. I know people were a little
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
But and I get where people are coming from. I just don't want it to make it seem like he was, I don't know.
I feel it. I feel it. And we
Yeah.
all love Bishop-elect Wine. We really do. And I really love your channel. And I want everybody to make sure that you go and subscribe, because he really it's like you're like to Marvin like I am to the Hawkins. Everything is the Hawkins for me.
Yeah,
Edward
yeah.
and Walter and the Hawkins family music. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming up, man. And I'm glad
I
you're so young and everything. So you got a whole life to live. Just live it. Just open your eyes. As you give, just make sure you know what you're giving. If you're convicted to give, do that. But know that
Absolutely.
there is a blessing in giving. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. I like that guy. I always listen to his stuff. I'm even TikTok and whatever. Matter of fact, I think he's a wonder from his page. Yeah. Yeah. One of the versions that I have. I think I got it from his page. Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. You never want to, distract anybody from give. But like I said, give with your eyes open, y'all. Don't give it to pockets with holes in them. What's up, Tanisha?
Hey, St. James.
How are
I think,
you? I always see you in the chat. Yeah, what's going on?
so let me say this. That young man, what he's doing is absolutely awesome. His idea and principle behind it. But I would hope that he would just ask God for more discernment because I'm looking at the situation and, if you're not making any progress, I don't think that you should give to something like that. I'm located in Arizona just like he is.
Okay.
And there are so many more things he can do to help people with that money he's going to give to perfecting. He can give that money to his home church. He can buy supplies to give to the unhoused. There's so many more things he can
He
do.
loved
So,
his spiritual daddy, though.
hey, I get it. I get it. But for that situation, the way
you. He done
he
gave you
treated that
$50.
woman
Thank you so much.
was not good, did not show humility. You have to be humble too, even if you're a leader, you have to be humble.
You do.
I'm kind of thinking what other people are thinking as far as that D word too. Which I'm praying that that's not the case, but I've seen that happen firsthand. I've experienced that being under a ministry where that's in progress and happening, and it can be a very hectic situation. So I'm praying that that's not the case, but he just did not show humility. And I know you guys have been talking about this for a long time, but this is just absolutely crazy.
And it seems like doesn't it seem like we're getting absolutely nowhere, though?
No, and I don't understand why the people aren't asking questions.
I know.
But I gotta go.
Thank you so much for coming up. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Unadulterated Gospel Channel, for the $50 super chat. He says, check out my recent video for some more clarification. So make sure you guys check him out. I actually, like I said, I really like his page. If you love Marvin Winans, then you're going to love his page. What'd you say, Ray? Where you at? You said, do we, y'all, all day feel like Marvin perfecting is corrupt, financial, or poor with money management as it relates to the church? I think the money management is questionable, Ray. We have to have a question on the docket. Thank you so much for gifting that membership. And you, Whitley Marie Pilar, you are now a member of the St. James Show. Please thank K Rich. Thank you so much, K Rich. We have to consider there's some kind of something happening. Yeah, I'm enjoying the new people coming up too, Courtney. This is not what you asked for, then give me my money back. Yeah, the young man has a good heart, and I pray that, you just have to be wise, and it takes, sometimes we're zealous and we're young and we don't know, and we don't know the type of, he may just have them kind of funds to kind of play with, even at his age. Thank you so much. I just thank you, K Rich, for allow me to reach my goal today. It's raining in the sanctuary. You made it rain in the sanctuary, K Rich. Now that better be the only place you making it rain. You hear me, K Rich? Really? You hear me? That's the only place I want you to hear you making it rain. I think Marvin can be told anything. Well, it seems like it. It seems like people are attached to a personality, because if no one's asking questions and just giving money, I mean, knock yourselves out. But I think we'll be back here in January for sacrificial giving week. And as we stated, the declaration that they read had nothing to do with the building, just the vision. And that can be anything. We got a vision just to feed the people. Like what Unadulterated said they do. We got a vision just to, expunge some things. What about the church? Is there any visions to pull up a few bulldozers over there and a few $500 shovels to throw that gravel around to figure if we can put some stakes somewhere in the ground? Now, we don't even want to know what the inside looked like. That's such a hollow shell. And that's what they're talking about. Somebody put 194 in the chat. Well, y'all type 194 again in the chat for me. That's how many days it's going to be before they walk in to perfecting in their completed church. I hope I'm able to, join the Christian band and walk in. I'll bring $1,000 if y'all open it up on the on that 194th day, that 365 day. St. James, I am pledging. Mark my word. Listen to it and press record. I am pledging $2,500 to Perfecting Church. I will fly to Detroit on the opening day of the ribbon cutting, when they actually gonna have church in the building, and I will bring a cashier's check. I ain't even gonna give you a check. I will bring a cashier check from the St. James Group to Perfecting of $2,500. Oh, that's what I will do. No, put it down, Leah. Put it down. I will fly it into Detroit, and I will, if they let me get to him, can I touch the hem of his garment? If they get me to Bishop Marvin and Bishop, he'll be bishop by then, because he said he's not going to be bishop until the building is finished. So when I get there, he'll be bishop. Look at God. When I get there, he'll be bishop. And Nicole says she'll match 10%. Is that $250? She said she'll match 10%. You said Courtney, we going up to Detroit. We going to Detroit in May. I'm gonna have my $2,500 ready to give to Perfecting Church. If this building is built and completed by the date they say. Now, if they come in here talking about shaking the dates around in January, because I feel a shaking coming on. I feel there's going to be some shaking of the dates. I got a sneaky suspicion, but make me out of a liar. I'm ready to be a liar. I'm ready to be a liar. May 26th, is that's the date? May 26th. What is that on? Is that a Sunday? Is that a Sunday? May 26th. Well, that's a Tuesday, but I think it's probably the 24th. I think it's that Sunday. That's Memorial Day weekend. Perfect. He probably gets $5 for me. You ain't fit. You only gonna get $5? Come on now, you got to get more than that if they actually build and finish the building. You said. But the deal is the building has to be completed. We are marching into we're not marching into no shell of a bell. We are marching onward to Zion, beautiful city of perfecting. That's what we're going to do. If we can't do that, if we can't march on over to Zion, to the beautiful city of perfecting in May, I'm giving my chains to somebody else in Detroit. I'm doing something. He said May 26th will be an open house. Well, if we open into the house, then we gonna walk into the house, Yvonne. We gonna walk into the house. What y'all say? Londa say, I'll pay for y'all tickets if it's complete. Look at God. We already got our tickets paid for, Courtney. The tickets is paid for. And Cindy, flowers. I want you to put me on the front row. I'll be good. Put me on the front row, Cindy Flowers. I can't ask nobody else because we know you running everything over there. I ain't even going to ask the first lady. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, Cindy Flowers. Well, close the doors himself, Marvin Sapp, not Winans. Now we got to go back to Sapp. The city of Grand Rapids has named his ex-wife, not ex-wife. Oh, no, we can't say that. Not ex-wife, his deceased wife. She has now a street in her name, the Dr. Melinda Sapp Way. Isn't this beautiful? So he collected so much money off of locking them doors that he was able to buy his wife a street. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. So congratulations to the family of Marvin Sapp. They're able to drive down the street of their mother, of the wife, and just have all the memories there. So we will congratulate you when when it's worth it. Don't you do it, Cindy. We're gonna watch you, Cindy. Honored Maddie Moss. You said, why haven't the city honored Matt? You ought to think she ought to have a Maddie Moss way or something. Come on, what's going on over there? Somebody ought to be on it by now, Jesse. Y'all got enough streets? Yeah. We marching to Zion, Sean, and if you're going to be still in Detroit at that time, I don't know if you're going to be there or not, but we all going to Perfecting Church. We marching in there. We're going to be suited and booted. Okay? We're going to dress up just like they dress up over there at Perfecting. We ain't wearing no just shirt. We wearing suits, and I want you to get you a big old hat. Ask William if you can borrow one of his hats, Courtney. Get you a big old hat, and you come on in here. We walking over there. You have to do it, Jesse. Do it. Wait a minute. She got a whole box office movie. They could. She need a street, Leah. Give the woman a street. Do the petition. Lady Dimples be over there doing petitions with the Courtney's people, the Pace sisters. You can definitely do a petition to get Maddie Moss a doggone street over there in Detroit. I think you can do it. If you would be so kind right now, support this channel so we can continue running our mouth. $ the St. James Show for Cash App, or just $ St. James Show. It'll both will get there. The St. James Show at att.net. The email will afford you to send. Let me take these comments down so you can see the email address. The St. James Show at att.net is for PayPal, Zelle, all that good stuff. And if you would like to send anything by Inspire snail mail, you can do P.O. Box 25293, Fresno, California 93729. Thank you for those who always support, who always don't have a problem supporting the St. James Show. Listen, it's scrolling at the bottom too. As I take this banner down, it is always scrolling at the bottom. Ways to pay, ways to bless, ways to support, ways to do what you want to do. All right. Listen, the video went viral. Let me see how many views the video has now. It has, between Instagram and Facebook, this is just because I posted the original video, over 700,000 views between Instagram and Facebook, over 700,000 views. So people are interested in what was being said in the video. People had a lot of comments in regards to what was being said. Oh, then people say, oh, St. James, you're clickbaiting. You said rebuke, and you should have just said, yeah, he was just, joking and stuff like that. But it opened up a bigger conversation, though. Should the church just be giving when asked blindly? Or do we need to give with intention and direction and a sort of conviction that I believe because I can see things? There's something you say, you walk by faith and not by sight. Don't walk by faith with my money. I need to see where the money's going. Don't scripture me on that one. I need to see some progress. I need to see those golden shovels shoveling some stuff and some things being erected, some chairs being put into the shell, some lights being put on some chandeliers, something happening, so I know that my labor is not in vain. If you want to give blindly, give blindly. Don't try to embarrass your cheerful, don't try to embarrass people. I don't like that calling out of names. It's like you're showing, I want you to show me your loyalty. You better be standing in this line, show me your loyalty. And trust me, they know who didn't show up. Cindy gonna be calling you for your donation. But all that calling names and presenting all that is so 1994. My goodness, that is so 1994. If people saw the church being built and it wasn't taking 23 years to do it, you wouldn't have to ask people to say their name, and how much they're giving. They would just give it because they can see it. But when people can't see it and you just expect them to do it, that's wild to me. You said you think it's 1984, not even 94. What's the main page? I don't know what you're talking about, General Davis. BB gave $1,000. Pastor Reva Timms, whatever her new last name is, she threw them $1,000. He read off some stuff. And if you let's hear Cindy Flowers. Cindy, can we hear what the donation is that you gave? Well, you say other people gave it, but then at the end you said you gave it, Cindy. Centrella, they call you Scented. I didn't even call you Scented. Your name is Cindy.
Praise the Lord. It was not a competition. I just told the Lord I just wanted to beat Elder Healy. Amen. That's all my prayer was. I, Cindy Flowers, give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing my seed of $2,000 and receiving the blessings to come. And I also want to announce my contributors through my giving campaign. Amelia Doling, $50. Angela Haddon, $50. Dr. Shelley McIntosh, $50. Leandra's Holmes, $50. Elder Charles Clifton, $50. Carolyn Rucker, $100. Somebody called a happy contributor. Don't know who that was. They just gave $100. Another anonymous gift of $100. Harry Dawkins, $100. Victor Smith, $100. Shannon Smith, $100. Pastor Darrell and Lady Latanya Blair, $100. Orlean Thomas, $100. Crystal Bailey, $100. David Michaels, $250. Bina Elliott, $250. He's here today. Brother Garrett Barnett. Stand up, Brother Garrett, $500.
There we go.
Pastor Larry Trice, $500. Bishop George and Lady Seawright, $500. Pastor Reva Timms Watkins, $500. BB Winans, $1,000. Ken Allen, $1,000. Alex Williams, $1,000. Pastor Mike from Savannah, Georgia, $1,000. David and Jolene Bomarito, $2,500. Brother Damon Tools, can you stand, Brother Damon? $2,000.
Our builders.
And Talisa Yancey, $5,000. Wow. So my giving platform raised $17,150. But that's not all. That's not all. I have checks today with me that I went and picked up. I have $1,000 from Royalty Cleaners, and Reverend Horace Sheffield sold $5,000. So my total contributions was $23,150. My seed of $2,000 I am giving today $25,150.
Cindy gave $25,150. That's what Cindy gave. She hit them people up and she gave them that cash, baby. Let me tell you. You're the winner, Cindy. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Bye, y'all.
Before I got here, this song came on and sort of took over. I heard about how he healed the sick. He is a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
I heard about how he raised the dead. He is a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
5,000 hungry souls he made. He's a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
Save the soul. He is a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
Heal the sick.
Heal the sick.
Raise the dead.
Raise the dead.
5,000 hungry souls. Did it before. And he'll do it again. He's a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
Yeah, I heard about how he lift you up. He's a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
I heard about how he'll fill your cup. He is a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
Joy unspeakable, full of glory. He's a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
I can't tell you all of his healing story. He's a wonder.
He is a wonder in my soul.
Heal the sick.
Heal the sick.
Raise
the dead.
5,000 hungry souls. Did it before. And he'll do it again. He's a wonder. Now this is what took me out. What's the part? I know. I seen him do it. That's what took me out. I tried. And I know. I seen him do it. I tried. And I know. I seen him do it. I tried. And I know. I seen him do it. Yeah. He's a wonder.
He's a wonder. He's a Hey, yeah. I seen him do it. That's what gets me. I seen him do it. Only a few folk can declare that. One more time, say, I seen him do it. Shout it out loud. If you seen him, declare it. I seen him do it. Let's get on out of here. I seen him do it. I feel his presence in this.